Wow,
All right,
that is a
thank God.
beautiful one. Wow.
Lovely bars on bars.
Bars. I mean, call me the pen God. And he said, if you lose your dream, you don't have a vision, favor your wallet, because if you do not favor your wallet, the lady who is looking up to you, who was supposed to be looking up to you and isn't, will try to come back because now your wallet is heavy. Oh my days. And he said water is everywhere.
Yeah.
But yes, water is not as expensive as
As
gold.
gold, yeah.
Be gold because you have God.
Yeah.
If I got that right. I love his lyrics.
Yeah.
They are deep. They are deep. And the representation of Malcolm X when it comes to your ex.
Yes.
Oh my days. Thank God, you are amazing. You are amazing.
Yes, we
that
had
was
a
beautiful.
powerful rendition there by Pen God, and of course we'll hear more from him later on in the show as well. Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Welcome,
Beautiful
welcome,
morning
welcome.
here in Tesano, Accra, Ghana. My name is David Kweku Citi.
My name is Elaine Atto. You are welcome, beautiful people, and please make sure you are visiting our website using the hashtag Breakfast Daily.
Absolutely.
Yesterday, I saw most of the hashtags running around because of the fact that we were talking about rice in Bedembilzi and then Tono, Milisi and then Tono.
Yes.
And it's people were tweeting about it, but the mistake they made was going to my DM.
Yeah,
Their notion is, yes, they do not get Ghana rice because they remember when you and Frema had to go around doing the campaign, and that was beautiful for people to note that and remember that Citi TV did such an amazing thing for rice in
what were they
our
doing
country,
your DMs?
Ghana. What were they doing, my DMs? They were trying to tell us that we are doing an amazing job when it comes to every type of campaign we put our minds to, just like we donating to the less privileged, especially rebuilding for the people of Topo and then the resettlement centers.
Yeah.
They say we are doing an amazing job.
Super.
Applause to us.
Well, I think we should take a look at the quote of the day today. Some words to lift us up for the day. All right. The quote of the day today comes from Ronald McNair. Yeah. And the quote of the day says, before you can make a dream come true, you must first have one. Before you can make a dream come true, you must first have one. You see, why are we not dreaming? It's because we become despondent, and the previous dreams we had,
maybe they may have
efforts,
been shattered.
and
quickly,
efforts
so
towards
we'll
making those dreams happen.
to live by the day.
You know, where shattered and so on. So that's what accounts for a lot of people not dreaming. But if you don't have a dream, you can't make a dream come true.
You can't make a dream come true.
It's not possible.
Why would you even live and say you do not live based on a dream? A dream is a mission and a vision that you should create for yourself. So if you are not dreaming towards achieving better in life, then that means you are very okay where you are. And some will say that, yesterday I wrote a dream on a paper. I decided to effortlessly fight for it or run towards it. But then again, there were so many blockages. You know, when you're having a dream, I come to you. Maybe I want to start a coffee bean business. And then I decide to come to you who is well-to-do. Then you tell me, coffee bean there, who go buy for Ghana? You understand? You have shattered my dream right there and then. But I think we should focus on the person to go to when we have a particular type of dream who may motivate you in a way that will push you towards your dream and not shatter your dreams for you. I think that's one of we do not recognize the correct people to go to push us towards our dreams.
I think there's that, but there's also the fact that your dream, you should insulate your dreams, because at the end of the day, you can't let others' perspective of what your dreams are determine whether they come to pass or not. Do you understand?
You do not put your dreams in people's hands.
No, at all. Listen, I mean, it cannot be that somebody's disapproval of your dream is going to shatter your dream. And then it wasn't worth much in the first place. I think that we should bulletproof our minds. We should be resilient. And one of the things that we're going to be talking about this year in the Effective Living series is resilience. Building resilience. And I think it's a very critical thing. You know, there's something called resilient environments. You're right. It doesn't matter whether what rain falls, sun shines. You build resilience into the environment so that it's not overcome by circumstances and things that are happening.
When you pray for the rain, pray for the mud and the storm that is going to come with it.
Well, yeah, so and prepare for it.
Prepare for it.
Yeah.
So if you're not prepared for that dream that you have, and maybe your dream too is not that big to scare you enough.
Well, yeah, I mean,
towards it.
I mean, I've often heard people say that if your dream doesn't scare you, then it's not big enough.
It's not big enough.
And so for me, I think I'm at the place where I like dreams that scare me. Do you see? Because a dream is not a goal. A dream is not a plan. No. You reduce your dream into goal sizes, and then those are now the targets that you work towards. Because the dream could be something that will only materialize in, let's say, 10 years time, right? But a goal must be something that has a smaller time limit, and then you will work towards it. Eventually, when you meet several goals, the dream starts to materialize. Do you see? Yeah. So if your dream is something that can realize in a month, then it's too
that
small.
means you're done. After a month, what next?
Exactly.
I am sure our listeners and our viewers have taken note of our quote of the day this morning, and we will be delving into our newspaper review and the headlines. Quickly, you want to take us that to us?
Yeah. So let's get into the headlines. Let's go to citinewsroom.com. And let's take a look at what we have there. You can join us as well. Citinewsroom.com is the address you're looking for. Now, let me start here. It says the audit result will establish clear, accurate picture of our operations. This is SML, speaking Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited. We also have a few trending stories. Baumia mourns popular watches seller Auntie Muni, yes, and then Auntie Muni passed on yesterday. Unfortunately,
she has served a lot of people.
But she has done
amazing
her bit for Ghana.
People would order from London and then expect it to be sent.
Celebrity watch seller. Yeah, Auntie Muni.
And brought relationships together too.
I'm telling you. People went there to go and propose and all of that, So anyway, condolences to her family, her loved ones, her children, and everybody that she left behind. But that's the headline we have there. GMA directs doctors, dentists to display new designations on name tags. We also have Bright Simmons writes, Ghana's $1 billion timber merchant deal to protect taxes. And again, popular watches seller Auntie Muni dead. There's some other headlines you want to go?
Yes, we have Nigeria leads Ghana in mobile banking app users KPMG survey. Reconstruction and expansion of Accra Tema motorway begins. Kenya say a brim. Woman shot dead while returning from watch night service, and that is a very sad one there. As we were delving into the story in the newsroom yesterday, I couldn't help but think how someone would decide, an Okomfo, a fetish priest, would decide that his incantations, he would use a gun, and in the use of a gun, did not think to push the gun or fire the gun upwards, but decides to be shooting haphazardly in the midst of people or in his home where he did not know where the bullets will be directed to or who it will be directed at. And it hits this woman with a baby at her back. And some of the pellets has affected the baby. And this woman has lost her life. She was hit in the head. And she has just lost her life like that.
Very, very unfortunate.
How they come by the guns, one question. The locally manufacturing of these guns and the purchasing of it. Sometime back, I saw how some of them are transported into Accra by motor. By motor. They remove where the seats are and they put the guns in there.
But you see, it's not even that clandestine. Listen, when you go to funerals, people are firing muskets. These are all
everywhere.
locally, they are all locally made weapons. Now, I I have seen people firing blanks in pump-action guns at funerals. Yes.
You see why you invite me to funeral, I won't come.
Do you understand?
Because I'm afraid of a bullet.
So the musket is different. When you see the pump action, when they fire, then they do. Yeah, you see the macho guys, no? Then they're holding the gun with one hand.
Then they fire.
Then they fire again. Then they fire again. Listen, we see it all the time. When we say we should clamp down on weapons in the system, we are seeing it. It's not as if we don't know. We see it every time. You know.
And people are losing their lives.
Well, it's unfortunate.
A family has lost a good woman right there.
Well.
NPP parliamentary aspirants vetting a glance at the various regions. Okay. I wish incumbent MPs in Accra are retained. NPP Greater Accra chairman. OSP ends parliament bribery probe over lack of cooperation by NPP MPs. Okay. And then we have 2 persons killed in renewed conflict in Nkwanta. That also happened yesterday. NPP deserves another term in office. Yao Educhum. Then Grasak demands unpaid research support grant. Then the final one is SML GRA scandal. Ekufuado's audit directive, a whitewashing attempt. That is from Atu Forsen.
All right. I want to take the story on the reconstruction and expansion of the Accra Tema motorway,
which started on the 2nd of this month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was on the 2nd.
Well,
of this month.
I mean, the entire project started a few years ago. Where they did the initial, the roundabout interchange, where there used to be the Tema roundabout.
The Tema roundabout.
Right?
Now it's way bigger and it's interchange, but it's not done.
So this is a continuation of what began a few years ago.
And then
so
some drainage sites around the Community 11 and Community 12.
They're working on all those.
They're working on all those ones.
All right. So the story here says the reconstruction and expansion of the Accra Tema motorway commenced on Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. Now, the 19.5 kilometer project involves a 10-lane span from the Tetekwashi roundabout to the Tema roundabout. Now, Maripoma Enterprise Limited, a Ghanaian-owned construction company, is supervising the project. During a tour of road projects in Accra, the Minister of Roads and Highways, Kwesi Amoakwata, announced this initiative. Now, the minister and his team visited ongoing drainage projects at Tema Community 11 and 12, as well as the Tema Motorway Expansion Project. Now, Mr. Amoakwata stated that the Accra Tema Motorway Project represents the first phase of the expansion project. The second project encompasses the stretch from Tetekwashi to Apenkwa. All right, while the third phase extends from Apenkwa to New Plan. Okay, that's interesting. So, Apenkwa to New Plan. So that means that they're going onto the N6.
Onto the N6.
I see. That's interesting.
That's interesting.
Okay.
And it will ease traffic.
Yeah.
I pray it eases traffic.
Okay.
I pray the expansion eases a lot of traffic.
Okay.
Because if you use the Apenkwa road a lot, you realize that it starts around 4, thereabouts, and the traffic never goes down. People complain of the Kaswa traffic. You should use the Apenkwa traffic sometime and see how distressed you will be.
Yeah, no, he goes on to say he assured that work on the project will be carried out swiftly and urged institutions that had erected billboards on the road to remove them as soon as possible. Now, the minister predicted a significant transformation in road infrastructure in 2024, marked by the commissioning of completed projects. Now, Mr. Amoakwata expressed satisfaction with the ongoing drainage work at Communities 11 and 12, commending the contractor for their commendable progress. Now, he urged contractors to engage with the community before starting any project to ensure effective cooperation, as most projects typically inconvenience residents. Now, you need to put a human face to the work you do by briefing them about the project to enable them to plan adequately on how and where to park their vehicles. And the minister commended contractors for repairing most of the slabs in the area, facilitating residents access to their homes. Okay, now the story goes on there. But I find one thing that I'm curious about is it the contractor's responsibility to engage the community or the ministries?
It's the ministries.
Yeah, but he's saying the contractor should engage the community.
Do you think that's what he meant?
But this is what he said. He said here, you need to put a human face to the work you are doing.
Yes, it
by,
is he.
By briefing them.
So it is he who is briefing them. I doubt it. He's asking the contractors.
No, listen. Then maybe you missed what I was reading earlier. Let me just read it. He says here, I'm going to express satisfaction with the ongoing drainage work at communities 11 and 12, commending the contractor for their commendable progress. He urged contractors to engage with the communities before starting any project to ensure effective cooperation, as most projects typically inconvenience residents.
And maybe it is because of the fact that they have mounted, if this is a road that is about to be constructed. Also, I realized they were saying that billboards have been mounted by the time the construction was in progress. So what you realize is that if you built a kiosk here as a contractor, if I come, I have to make sure I speak to you and then you take it off. But it's not up to me, the contractor, to make sure you are taking it off. It's up to the minute. It's up to even the assembly before it goes into the ministry.
That's what I mean. I'm just wondering what I don't understand the rationale.
The engagement. The
rationale of the contractor doing the engagement. That's my challenge. Why is it the contractor's responsibility to go and talk to the community members? Do you understand? Because the project was not signed off by the contractor.
By the contractor.
The contractor was brought in to come and do a job. So you, the one asking for the job to be done, should do your engagement with the people around and say, we are going to build a road here. We are going to build gutters here. So the contractor will start work in 3 days' time. We want you to know in advance that he will be coming. So when you see him, cooperate with him.
And so maybe that is why he's making
the
one. I totally
he's
get
talking
that.
to contractors, so he's not talking to the
Contractors
people.
should be engaging with, having a tete-a-tete, having a discussion,
I find
or
it a little
making them
bizarre.
move their kiosk or constructions they have by the roadside or the vicinity, the people living in the vicinity.
I find it a bit bizarre, Mom. I don't understand it.
Now you've got me lost.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah. Anyway, so the one other headline that jumped out to me, but we won't go into it into detail, is Nigeria leads Ghana in mobile banking app.
Yeah, you would think we are. This is telepathy right here. That's
you are
exactly what I was
also,
feeling.
You want to touch on it briefly?
Yes.
Just briefly before we go.
So Nigeria leads Ghana in mobile banking app users KPMG survey. Going into the story, the payment system in Africa appears to be advancing, while Nigeria leading the mobile banking app chart with 70% and Ghana trailing with 53%, according to the 2023 West African Banking Industry Customer Experience Survey by KPMG. I'll go into the story, but I also realized this. In Nigeria, even a little kiosk has a POS system.
Yeah. They are
I wanted to buy a film.
They are very aggressive with
when it comes to business.
Digitalization.
They don't joke with money. So whichever means to get that money, they will do so. I wanted to buy a film in Nigeria. It was so quick.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, okay, so please, I do not have cash on me.
Yeah.
Oh, madam, you don't get cash.
Yeah.
Oh, no worry. As the person go back pocket, go remove POS system. You get card for a year? I'm like, yes, I have my card. So how come you have a POS system in your pocket? Madam, you know they find money. You know they search money. Money for search you. And then, amazing, I come to Ghana.
Yeah.
My phone breaks. Yeah. I need to buy an iPhone instantly.
Yeah.
I'm calling a plug I know.
Yeah.
This is a plug that is known.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it's like
Charlie,
long story.
My card is not a Ghana card, the Ghanaian system Visa card. Please, it's a foreign card, so I cannot even go and take it. So please, do you have a POS system so we can just take money out? Yeah. Or let me call somebody. If the person has it, then you can come and buy. Oh, but you too. And it was a Sunday. Can't you go somewhere and remove the money? You don't get mobile money. I'm like, hey. Yeah. Are you serious? This is 11,000 Ghana cedis. Yeah, exactly. You are not eagerly looking for the money enough
no.
for you to have a POS system.
But you see, so that's the difference. Do you understand? And that's why they will come to Ghana, and when they are doing retail, they'll reduce prices.
Because one Ghana city, 50 pesos. And then you say that the Nigerians are taking over your market.
Thank you. Because
and you
for
fight
us,
them.
For us, though, it's profiteering. One product,
Milk.
Want to make
go to
300, 400%.
4 cedi, 6 cedi, 8 cedi. That thing we have here. Why? You see, it's made us setback.
Anyway, you know what? You can go and read a story on CitiNewsroom.com, all right? In the meantime, Sports Review is up next. All right, now on the sporting front, we have AFCON 2023 updates. Now, the Black Stars forward Iñaki Williams has recovered from an illness and will join the Black Stars camp on Thursday. That's today, January 4th. Now, this is according to Athletic Bilbao after the forward recovered from an illness and was cleared by Athletics medical department. Now, prior to this announcement, Williams' participation in the Black Stars camp events in Kumasi was doubtful after Athletic Bilbao announced that the forward was dealing with an unspecified illness that required rest. Now, this development comes at a time the Black Stars prepare to compete in the 2023 AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire, with Williams expected to star in the competition after scoring his debut goal for the Black Stars. Now, Williams is one of the 3 forwards named in Black Stars head coach's Chris Hutton's squad for the upcoming competition that runs from January 13th to February 11th. Now, there are talks also. Now, let's go on to some movement of footballers' news. Talks are understood to be progressing positively between Borussia Dortmund and Manchester United over the signing of winger Jadon Sancho. It's thought that Dortmund want the deal done quickly so he can join them in their training camp in Marbella next week. Now, talks are centered on a loan fee and salary, with Sky in Germany reporting that a package worth £3 million is under discussion. Now, with a willingness from all parties to get the deal done. Sancho has been frozen out of Manchester United's team since September after manager Erik ten Hag said he had not trained well ahead of the trip to Arsenal. And that's where we come to the end of sports this morning.